Well, I'm hoping this is working. And don't even ask me about the square on here, but it's the only way that I can make the camera work. And forgive my mess in the background, but that's how it's working tonight. So, anyway, I don't know if y'all saw what I was just saying, and I don't even know if the camera's working because, I'm having issues tonight. This technology. Don't you just love technology? Technology is great. But tonight is just hangout. Talk about whatever. Because it's Saturday. And all I'm doing is staying home and enjoying Saturday and a drink on Saturday. Yeah, because that's fun. So, anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? Did y'all like the screen picture? That's Penny. It's an old picture, but it's a picture. Let me see. I maybe I ought to put this on headset. Yeah. Okay. I hope you guys have been hearing me the whole time because, I've been live and didn't know if anybody's been hearing me. And let me see here. Okay. Let me pass it over here. Everybody and their mommy's live tonight. Well, I guess that's because it's a holiday weekend. I'm live for fun, and nobody's here that I can tell, except me. But that's fine, because I can talk to myself. That's fun too, right? Oh, wait,
Everybody in
maybe I
their
should turn that off because I'm double talking. So if you see the blue square, this blue square that's on my screen, you'll see people walking back and forth over here. Don't worry about them. I have family. Um, if you see the blue square on the screen, I don't know what to do about it because that blue square is um, part of the camera, and then if I remove it and it goes away, then it freezes up the screen. So I don't know how to get rid of that. And I don't know how to fix it because OBS doesn't seem to like to work without that blue square there. So I don't know what to do with it. And yes, my hair is very ploofy. I think it has to do with the weather. It's very ploofy tonight. I washed it and it went poof. Okay, so let me see here. So let me see here. You guys, Ron is live on Facebook Watch. He's talking about Cascadia right now. And I'm live over here. And I don't know. I did not know he was going to be live. So I'm missing his chat, but I don't think that he's live on YouTube. So I'm not missing moderating. Nope, I'm not missing moderating because he's not live on YouTube right now. Hello, whoever is over here. Y'all can tell my face is swollen tonight. I can feel it. I've got a little bit of pain right here, but my face is swollen. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let me pull that down. Tell me if y'all can't hear me. All you have to do is let me know in chat because this headset is ridiculous lately. Like, I went and listened back on my videos, and I could tell in some of my videos that the sound was cutting in and out. And when the sound is cutting in and out, I want to make sure that y'all can hear me. But sometimes it's the speaker. I'll end up pushing it up and I don't mean to. So make sure y'all let me know if the speaker is down and then I will fix that for you. And we'll rearrange that a little bit. There you go. So, how are y'all doing tonight? I got some good news. Kind of good news. Um, I got a hold of my mechanic this evening and called him and told him what had happened with Firestone today. And he told me that he's going to come out tomorrow and he's going to replace my axle. And I'm going to pay him half the amount, not the full amount. I'm going to pay him half the amount. All I'm going to have to do is buy the axle. So he's going to go and pick that up. And he's charging me half of what Firestone was going to charge me. Then he's going to look at the rack and pinion because he was like, when he replaced the starter, he said he looked underneath the car. He had not seen the issue that they were talking about. And he figures, even though I had gone and looked at it, he goes, I didn't see that. So he says he wants to take a good look at it because he said, have you been seeing oil on the ground? And I said, no. He goes, I hate to say it. He goes, I'm hoping that they didn't do something to make it look like you needed work done that you didn't need. So he is going to do a real thorough investigation of my car tomorrow. So that's one, because we do know that the car has an oil leak. So that is going to be fixed. But I am not going to spend money that I don't need to be fixing stuff with. So that is good news. So I'm in a little better spirits tonight. So I see one person's here. I wish people would say hi. You're free to talk in chat unless you don't speak English. But if you speak English, please say hi. I like to know that people are watching, but I also like them to say hi in chat. And my camera keeps freezing and I am sorry. I guess I should look at the camera area. The camera is up above my screen, but I have two screens and I keep looking at the other screen to make sure that my screen isn't freezing. So sorry, I'm looking at the wrong direction. Yeah, looking at the wrong direction again. I'll learn to look the right way. Let me see here. Let's see here about some earthquakes. See if there's been anything we need to be worrying about. There wasn't anything big so far today, which has been good news. Now, I know everybody's worrying about Cascadia. I still think the New Madrid will go first. He gets an equal chance. But you know where I see the most earthquakes at? When I'm going over earthquakes each day and posting on my worldwide earthquake group, I post the most 4.0s for Indonesia. And that's by far every day for Indonesia, Japan. And I notice that when I'm posting, because every day I go through and I post the 4.0 earthquakes. So it's mostly for the Pacific Ocean areas, that in Mexico. So that is the most 4.0s during the day, is the Pacific Islands and Mexico. And then I see a lot of 3.0s, but I don't really post 3.0s. All right, and so then I can't really say the areas that get the most 3.0s. But I notice the most 4.0s are in Indonesia. So it was just something that I've noticed by watching the earthquakes. Hey George, how you doing? Nice to see you in chat. I'm just doing a hangout tonight, talking about what I noticed with the earthquakes when I've been posting earthquakes for the Worldwide Earthquake Group, that I've noticed that the most 4.0s that I've been posting are coming from the Indonesia area. And I'll show you this. Let me go to Worldwide Earthquake Group. So let's go here. You'll notice this is a 4.0, that's Veracruz. So when I post these, you'll see this is Philippines, Chile, Taiwan, Russia. This is just tonight. Fiji, Chile, Molucca Sea. Actually, I could probably do it by pictures. So let's go by media. Let's go by media here, because I post media. So we'll go by media, and we'll do it by media. That's Texas. Okay, these are ones I posted. Indonesia. That's Philippines, New Mexico, Alaska. We're by Japan, Puerto Rico, Chile. That's El Salvador, Colombia. We got Afghanistan, Antigua, Barbuda. This is 13 hours ago. Texas, Indonesia, Central America, Oklahoma. Then we have Philippines, New Mexico, Alaska, Japan, Puerto Rico, Chile, El Salvador, Colombia, Afghanistan, Antigua, Barbuda, Nepal, Panama. And you see the continuation here. Not really too much for in a lot of the other areas, but when you're looking, you can see it's mostly Mexico and the other side of the Pacific Ocean. So you're seeing Japan, Indonesia, Philippines. They got Italy, but that was just a 3.7. Only reason I posted that was because it was closer to a 4.0 that I posted for the last few hours. That was California. Somebody else posted this one. Afghanistan, Vanuatu, Mexico, Mexico, Japan, Fiji, Greece, Japan, China, Taiwan, Chile, Alaska, Fiji, Mexico, Philippines, Central America, which was over there near back in the same area again. Um, well, I'll look at Iceland in a minute, but if you see, it's just sort of the continuation of the same areas. So therefore, that is when I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, wow, it's a continuation. Mexico, Philippines, and then of course you have New Zealand, but you'd have to look at GeoNet to get an accurate reading as to the earthquakes that are occurring within that area. And then you have, I'll look at Iceland real quick and see what Iceland's getting. Let me go to back over to Facebook because I like to pull up Iceland's own site. Okay, so Iceland has been having earthquakes. Today, these we'll see the earthquakes that they've had today started here 1.3, 0.5, 1.1, 1.1, 1.0, 1.6, 0.5, 0.5, 1.7, a 2.2, 0.7, 0.5, 0.6, 1.0, and a 1.5. So, yes, they've had earthquakes today. Nothing, as far as I can tell, over that 2.2. But, I'll bet you that 2.2, let me look. I'll bet you it didn't even make it onto EMSC. Let's look. Iceland. Let's see here. Let's refresh this. Maybe it did, but I don't recall seeing one on there. If it did, it might have been downgraded. Nope, see? It didn't even make it on here, but yet it shows up on Iceland's own site. However, Iceland had a 2.2 today. They had a 2.9 yesterday, according to EMSC. However, if you're looking at their site for the 31st, they've had a 2.2 today. It was 6.2 kilometers deep, southwest of, I'm not going to pronounce this word. Let's just post this in the chat and then y'all can see what it was called. That's the name of the location where the 2.2 occurred. LD Jarjanger, I think. Sorry, I probably just butchered that one. And then there was also the 1.7. There was also a 1.5 and a 1.6. So there were earthquakes today in Iceland. Those earthquakes did not make it onto EMSC, so they did not post them. That 2.2 was not listed on EMSC at all, and that does surprise me. But, I don't understand why EMSC is not posting some of the earthquakes that are occurring. I thought that they were supposed to be posting everything, but we can see that they don't. Hi, mourners. How are you doing? Sorry, I can tell I'm playing with my mouth because it hurts. So for y'all that are just getting into chat late, you're not late. Don't worry. I'm late. The location I posted just a minute ago for the 2.2 in Iceland. It was the LD Dranger that I can't pronounce. Sorry. I'd like to know what that word means. Let's see what that word means. What does LD Dranger mean? Eh. Well, it is a rock. It is a rock and it is located in the southern peninsula of Iceland. The estimate terrain elevated above sea level is 9,999 meters. Okay. And it means infested with lice. Oh, okay. I shit you not. See that right here? Iceland names. Cited by 3 means infested with lice. Okay, well, and the weak magnitude 2.2, posted 17 hours ago. Volcano Discovery, well, that's the wrong one, so it doesn't have that one. The things we learn. So, if anybody's wondering what this thing is back here, it's a neck cushion that my daughter gave me for Christmas that I have never used. It's supposed to be used when you're using your computer. She thought that it would be helpful for me. I guess she thought I would fall asleep while I was on my computer. I think, maybe, I don't know. So anyway, she gave me that. And if y'all want to know something, hang on. I collect these. These are little things that go on keychains, but I collect these. I have a few of them. I don't know where the other ones are, but I collect those. They're little key gadgets because I'm really good at losing keys. So I collect those so I don't lose my keys anymore. So I put little stuffed animals on my keychains. Don't ask. I am the best at losing keys. Don't agree with me. My son just says, yes, you are. I'll be the one going, where are my keys? And I'll be holding them in my hand. Okay, so Mourner's Wrath says location, location, location. It's a drop point. 9,000 feet means a cavity underneath that can plummet 9,000 feet. That's awesome. Okay, so what else is new today? There was a fireball that sparked panic as it streaked over American states. I heard about a fireball that went across North Carolina and into Kentucky somewhere and exploded. I didn't see it. I did not see it. I did see one a few years ago that was really interesting. I mean, it was traveling, it was moving. So, what are y'all doing tonight? It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Yep. Oh, you know what I forgot? Y'all gonna sit here with me while I take my medicine because I forgot that I'm supposed to take medicine. Okay, so y'all can sit here with me for 1 second while I take my medicine, and I'm gonna cover y'all up with my Google so I can take my meds real quick. So I'll be right back. Yuck. there was a There was a troll in chat today that was speaking Spanish. I just let him continue to talk because, he wasn't hurting nobody. I mean, if they'd been saying bad stuff in Spanish, I would have removed them, but they were talking about earthquakes, so it wasn't bothering me. So I just left them. Now, if they'd been talking some bad stuff, then they would have been out of there. But I was using Google Translate to see what they were saying, and it didn't bother me. More excessive interactions with Earth's shield and stress, more red sunsets. Oh, this morning when I got up to go to Firestone, the sky was really red. Let's see how our storms are doing. I haven't looked this evening, I don't think. Y'all get to see what I do. I like to just, oh, it looks like some of them have disappeared. Look, it's got that one here, and the other ones are gone, just except for this one that's at 40% now. Let's see, I like Windy. See what Windy has to say about this one. Maybe it's still hitting land. Okay, so let's back out here, and we'll see where this one tends to go. Can see it's right here. It's becoming a storm. It's moving towards the little islands. Over the island. It's over Dominican Republic. Both sides. I don't even know how it forms into anything. And then it's all the way over here. And then it forms again over here. It doesn't make any sense. Then it looks like it becomes null and void. So maybe it's a big nothing burger. So now it's a nothing burger. So from this morning until now, it's a nothing. This morning it was a something. Now it's a nothing. That's good news. Yay! Well, we'll see as the week goes on what this is going to be. You had a troll call you up. They were speaking Chinese to you? I would have been me speaking no English, me speaking no English. Well, I have not had any call me up to speak Spanish or speak Chinese to me, but I have had them call me up, and I could tell that they weren't American. And I usually have my son answer the phone, and he comes up with all kinds of slogans for them. Because when they call the phone, believe it or not, I've got my phone, and my phone will say um, that they're scammers. So let me see. I'll show you this. if you look on here, if you look on here, let me see if I can do this in a way that you can see it. You can see where it says scam likely, scam likely. Those are scammers, scam likely. So those are scammers that call and try to sell you. Oh Lord. Every time I do that, this thing does this stupid stuff of losing focus. Let me reset the camera again. Okay. Hateful little camera. Okay, there we go. Back again. Um, where was I at? My phone will tell me when scam callers are calling me. It'll say likely scammer, and my son will give them all kinds of grief on the phone. Next time they call me up, I'm going to answer it. DNR law enforcement agency. Do you wish to commit a crime? My son answered one time and said, "You stab them, we slap them." We've come up with all kinds of things. He'll tell him, "Pizza Hut, how can I take your order, please?" We've come up with all kinds of stuff. Uh, or I've told him that they're wasting my money and that I want a refund. Uh, there's there's all kinds of things. Oh Lord. Hey Jay, this is not earthquake chat tonight. Child abduction, Amber Alert. Amber Alert.
Morrisville, NC. 2017 blue Nissan Maxima, LCN 3940. Maybe in Fayetteville, NC area. If cited, call 911.
911. 911. Okay, 911. Blue Nissan Maxima. License plate LCN 3940. 2017 blue Nissan Maxima. License plate LCN 3940. This vehicle may be in Fayetteville, North Carolina area. Oh boy. I don't know what I did. I don't have a blue Nissan Maxima. Not yet. I'd like to have a 2017 car, but I don't want a Nissan. No, thank you. You know what I want? I would like to have. What kind of car do I want? If I could have my wish, I would like to have a pick-em-up truck. Yeah, I'd like to have a truck. I want a double cab pick-em-up truck. That way I can pick 'em up everything. Expensive upkeep. Well, I only drive to appointments. I don't want an, oh, Nissans. They're expensive. Yeah, I don't want a Nissan. I don't even want the car I have now. But, when I got that car, it was because I had to have a car because I got into a car accident. If I'd had my way, I would have kept my 94. Okay. I liked that car. I liked that Crown Victoria. It was metal. It was old. It was oh, it was a classic. Okay. It was ugly. It was mine. It was running. It was a good car. It was ugly. Did I mention it was ugly? Nobody would have stole it, but it was mine and it worked and it got me where I needed to go. But it was mine, right? Right. And it didn't need any more work done. The best the best vehicle I ever had was a Cougar. The best vehicle I ever had. The second best car I ever had was a Ford Probe. Believe it or not, I liked that car. Um, Another car that I had long, 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 long time ago was a Toyota. Okay, I liked this Toyota that I had. It was one of the first vehicles I ever owned. I was, how old was I? 22. That was one of the first vehicles I ever had. Never had to do any work to it. I believe it was a Celica, but it was a hatchback. I had a 97 Ford Pro. That car had get up and go. I think it was a 97, if I remember correctly. No, mine was a 2003. Yes, that's what I was telling you. I have a blue box around my face whenever I talk. I don't know why, but my OBS wouldn't work with my camera unless the box was on. And I can't get rid of the box. So, unless I don't want my OBS to work. Racing clip, transmission, engine, tires, and turbo. I don't think I had turbo, but I do know that I had this back fin, and back in my younger days, I like to race. I beat the pants off some guy who thought that he could give me a ticking and a licking, and I kicked his butt. Dropped that car down, and room, gone. Okay, so we're not going there. That was fun. Only 'cause I could. He had a good car though. I'll give him that. He had a good car. Just not as good as mine. Was it a 90? Might have been a 97 because I moved here in 99. 95. Was it a 95? Sorry, I take that back. I had a 95 Ford Probe because I moved here to Fayetteville in 1999. The car that I bought was imagine it being blue, and it looked just like this. So the one I had, well, I don't even know if it's going to show up. Hang on. It looked like, I'm going to find a picture of a blue one. So mine looked like this one. Mine looked like this one, but with a back fin. So mine had a back fin on it. That's what mine looked like. You were about 15. I loved that car. Oh my God, I loved that car. And then, let me see. After that, I had a Cougar, and I was dating some guy, and he tried to steal my car. He wasn't dating me for me, he dated me for my vehicle. And I caught on real quick, and I was like, hopefully you're out of here. Get to stepping, dude. You gonna borrow your car? No. Not unless you paid for it. And then because I ended up, well, that car was my baby. And we moved to Sanford. And I was going down a back road one night, and it was raining, and I misjudged the road, and the road teed off. And I misjudged the road and put the car in a ditch. And ended up taking the car in, and I thought that I was going to get it fixed because I had full coverage on it. And they totaled my car out. And so the vehicle that I got to drive from that was a Toyota Tacoma pickup truck. And I enjoyed that one, but worst thing is I had worse luck with cars after that, and I had paid $7,000 for that car, and I don't think I've ever had a good car after that. Built a souped up '89 Mercury that snapped. I had a Mercury the Sabre. I hated that car. 67 Barracuda, good car. I had an old car when I lived in Tacoma, Washington. I can't remember for the life of me what kind of vehicle that was. It caught on fire. That was how I ended up getting rid of it. But I had my son with me, but it was an old, old car, like old-timey car. Um, I can't remember for the life of me what kind of car it was. I was, let me see, how old was I? My son at that time was about maybe 2 years old, and we had gone out somewhere. It was an electrical fire. Some wires caught on fire, and I could have driven the car away, but I got so scared because it caught on fire that I sold the vehicle. 1269, 160 stock. It was a hot car then. Yep, it was a hot car. That scared the tar out of me. And the worst vehicles I ever had, I don't like Explorers. I call them exploders. I like trucks though. Yeah, I do like trucks. I'm not into little cars. I don't like little cars. Little cars are, I don't know. To me, it's like you're gambling with your life. And I used to not like minivans, but I do like minivans because there's more room in them. Especially like since I got rear-ended by that lady um, back in October last year when that lady drove through the back end of my car. If I had been in a little car and that lady had hit me with that truck, I wouldn't be here. Um, I'm lucky to be here since that accident. Found on road dead. Ford. No. Found on road driven. Not all Fords are bad, just like not all other cars are bad either. 23 accidents. I have been in quite a few accidents. The worst accident I was ever in was in 1999. I was a passenger. Um, I don't know if you can see this scar here, this here, and this here. Um, I don't tend to point it out, but here. Um, in 1999, I was with a friend of mine, and we were in Tacoma, Washington, and we were on the freeway, and a semi truck came from one side, and I'm passenger in the car, and she's driving. And I told her, I said, Crystal, I said, do you see that vehicle? And she was like, no, I don't see it. He's not looking at us. And I told her, I said, he's looking at us. I said, you need to get over. And she was like, no, we're fine, we're fine. And the next minute, we were being hit from the front, went across traffic, slammed into the Meridian, came off the thing, and got run over by another semi. I ended up have next to hardly any memories of after that, but I ended up like having a haircut. You walked away unscathed. You're lucky. This last accident last year was the worst, I think, besides the one in 1999. I shouldn't have walked away from that one either, but I did. I was a 13 coma score. Um, I'm lucky I walked out of that one. I had a real near death with the one in 1999. Um, the one in October of this last year. I I don't even know. I got out of the car, but I could barely sit up. I felt like I wanted to lie down, but I knew that if I laid down, I was messed. And ended up at the hospital with this one. I had a concussion from the car accident. I had whiplash. I had a contusion to my leg. Um, what do you call it? Um, Forgot what they said. Something happened with my chest area. I ripped my shoulder out of the socket on this side. I was one hurting puppy from that car accident. Yeah, she did. She did. That was the first thing she did was try to blame the accident. Well, it's your fault. You're right, George. That was the first thing she did. And the other people were like, nope. There were other people. They didn't even ask her if she was okay. There was lots of people that were over there trying to help me and my daughter. And she paid up big time. Um, Let me tell you what. I walked away with $4,000 for my car and $5,000 pain and suffering. And then on top of that, they paid off my daughter. So no, she didn't get it. She didn't get away with what she did. And then on top of that, from my understanding, she got a really, really good ticket for what she did. Well, here's mine, and this is like I guess it's as my and I've been seeing my psychologist about it because I saw like I how you put it, I looked up in the mirror and because my daughter had said, "Mom, that truck behind us is coming really fast," right? Because she had looked out the thing out of her mirror and because she was looking at something. And I looked up in my mirror and all I saw was the truck come through their back window. No, she was just in a rush and she wasn't paying attention, was on her phone. That's why being on your phone in North Carolina is illegal while you're driving anyway. But no, she wasn't drinking, and she was also a military sergeant. So, no, there was no excuses for what she did, and that's why she got in as much trouble as she did. But the worst part is I was thrown around in my seat, and I remember for a split second seeing my daughter being thrown in the passenger seat. That was the worst experience. And then we had people that were over helping us out. We had a nurse and there was a doctor who stopped. So I think we got lucky. We had a lot of people that stopped to help us out. But I still have pain in my neck. Um, I had got whiplash really bad. Your friend went into a windshield. Oh, geez. Are they okay, mourners? Oh, wow. It made me scared to drive. People around here in where I live at, they're crazy drivers. They'll come pulling out in front of you. They'll start turning before you've even passed them. There's so many times I get scared of driving. And I guess I am scared to drive. And every time you get into your car around here, you think, is it going to be again, you know? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I am going to be getting off here in a minute. It is almost 9 o'clock my time. It is 8:56 p.m. I just wanted to get back on live because I told you guys I would be back on and do a live stream this evening. So, and to keep my word. And I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live again on Monday. And I will do a video if there's anything big on Monday. And let's see if there's been any big earthquakes or not in the last few minutes. India had a 2.5. Cook Strait, New Zealand had a 3.2, 126 kilometers deep. Western Turkey had a 2.4, a 1.2, and a 1.4. Pyrenees had a 2.8. Mindanao, Philippines had a 3.0. Costa Rica had a 3.2. And Switzerland for the win with a 0.8. And those are our last earthquakes in the world within the last hour and 12 minutes. All right, you guys, I hope that you guys are doing well. Much love to each and every last one of you. Please remember to tell somebody out there that you love them. And remember to smile. Smiling is contagious and can also brighten someone's day. Also, somebody left a suggestion below one of my videos that I should write a manuscript on preparedness. So I'm considering it. Maybe. I am taking that and I'm going to really think about doing it. I have done 2 videos on preparedness. I know that I have 50 something groups on being prepared for earthquakes, but I am considering it. Did I see that 4.7 for Indonesia? Is it a 4.7 for Indonesia? Let me look. Eh, when did that one happen? Because it's not on EMSC yet. Uh, it's on the back page still, so it's not showing that it happened yet. Yeah, it's on the back page, so it's not showing that it's happened yet. So I can't exactly post it yet, but let me see if it's on my app. Yeah, it's not even on my app yet. Let's see what I was talking about. Indonesia, Japan, Philippines, Mexico, Southern Sea. Those areas get the most earthquakes during the day that are in the 4.0 range. All right, you guys. I love y'all, and I will chat at you guys Monday. Y'all have a great weekend. See you guys later. thank you for being here. And thank you to my moderator for being here, George. Also, thank you to mourners for being here. And for everybody else who has been in the background watching. I appreciate you for being here. And I'm sorry my camera is not so great. Hopefully, I'll figure out the lighting and get the lighting better so I don't look like I'm all swollen up and stuff because I don't like this lighting. It makes me look like I'm Chinese or something. I don't know. All right, you guys. I love y'all. Please take good care of yourselves and